All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to our game of Shots of Horizia featuring our adventure known as Alchitrans Vault. We have a new set of players. This would be for a shot. This is basically a short adventure for the realm of Fate of Horizia. Uh, every Saturday we have our long outstanding game of Fate of Horizia, and these are I would say filler stories that will expound the word of Horizia further. So without ado, I will go to our game proper. Nevertheless, if you like the content that I'm doing, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a like. And if there's anything that you think that we can improve our show, uh, leave us a comment and enjoy. All right, welcome everyone to our game of Fate of Horizia. As you know, we created your characters with little cliffhanger, guys, na ano na you will be invited by sort of someone or an individual that would really start up your story in Horizia. To be exact, in the Kingdom of Xenus. So, uh, can I ask everyone to roll a 1d4? Sorry, yeah, roll a 1d4 for me, please. Just baby use the ano na lang. Okay, yeah, so yeah, okay, there's a 2. 2, okay, alright. So, medyo nauna si Angel. Okay, sige. Okay, so, uh, for uh, Angel, could you let us know how does your character look like?
You see, looks human, long dark hair, naka-braid, a scar across her face, dark armors, and a faint, like, markings across her body. That's basically what she looks like.
She looks like okay. Okay, so um, you arrive quite early to Xenos. Currently, it's the month of, let me just check the calendar. Validate, please. Baka mamaya magkamali ako na sabihin na month. Sorry. Uh-huh. Okay, shots. Okay, no. I forgot that I should have your sheets with me, but it's not here. So yeah, just give me a few moments. Nasaan ba yung ano? Responses. Where's that? There. Okay. So it's the 8th day of the month of Pyrola. Guys, I'm gonna give you a link towards your player's notes. Uh, and sorry, you can access it. There are several tabs that you will be able to see kung ano yung mga details regarding sa I filled in some details, but currently if you look at the calendar, the Realm of Horizia has 17 months. Each each month has different dates, different numbers of dates, totaling to 515 days a year. Um, Weeks are not being measured, but the measurements of as similar to weeks would be what we call as 10-day. It's basically as the word says, 10 days. So Zenno arrived to Xenos in Pyrolas on the seventh day of Pyrola, and you found Xenos very pleasant, uh, finding it to be the ocean side of Xenos, and and the living here would be very, I would say, very easy for you. You're not seeing any issues with the people. Tahimik ang environment. So so far, you're quite quite at peace. Your
Okay.
destination for Xenos is a feeding tavern known as the Basil and Peel. Um, there, your oops, transition. Okay, wait lang. There, you would see that oops, that the that specific place is kung saan yung mga medyo may konting struggle sa Xenos goes into uh, get food, and uh, you were told by uh, a caretaker in the area that the person that you should be meeting will come in by tomorrow. Take time to explore the city as much as you can. Uh, and as everyone else will be likely to come in by tomorrow.
Okay.
You meet a certain lady. Okay, wait lang. I'm just gonna dump her photo right there. Uh, you meet a certain lady. She introduces her name to be Talisha, and she seems to be like caretaking the whole place. You also meet that most of the people who eats on the Basil and Peel, medyo old people, medyo talagang walang-wala sa area. Some of them are workers who, before they go to work, dadaan muna doon just to get the free meal on a daily basis. And everything seems to be normal. You know that uh, most of the people that you are encountering are likely human, but something
Mm.
caught your eye as this one seems to be different. The cook and what comes up to be like a tavern keeper is a small size individual resemblant to an animal that lives in both water areas and the land, exact like a beaver or a rat. There's no such race that exists like him in document. Uh, this creature's name is Beredich. He is the he is one of the cooks in the area, in Basil and Peel. He seems to be working hand in hand with Talisha with running the place. So, since you're the first person to come in, anything that you would like to explore out muna habang nandito ka sa area na to? You will have a taste heads up than everyone else.
Okay. Uh, I'll just approach Alicia first,
Okay?
and I just say, um, anything interesting you recommend me to go to? I'm new here.
Right. Okay. Um, there are a lot. you are currently in the district of Rhymelades, and the port is a very nice sight, especially by the morning. So you may have missed it already. Uh, the catches of the people, tsaka yung mga dumarating na tao are very, very exciting na ano. And there is a big bump of people recently. Maraming tao dumarating dito. And I think you're one of them. There
Mhm.
are a lot of sites. The big clock tower, almost nearby the bastion of the king, and sorry, bastion of the one of the kings, to be exact. Uh, and the you know the second bastions for the current royal family are really a good sight. Nevertheless, yung buong lugar na to seems to be well improved. Your character came from Constance. Constance,
Yes.
probinsya talaga kumpara sa pinanggalingan mo. There are more at certain points you would see that there are more high rising uh, establishments or mga structures here rather than uh, rather than sa nakasanayan mo. Especially in Rhymelades by the area of the port side, there are high-rising buildings. You're not you don't you seems to not know the function yet of those buildings, but uh, there's a lot of those that really stand out, and it makes a different skyline for the seaside. So, yeah, it's up to you. Where do you
Oh,
plan to go, or where do you um, want to possibly explore?
uh, I want to go to the port side,
Okay.
pero in a way na sa most shady part ng port side.
All right. Okay. What do you plan to achieve while you're there?
I'm just going to look for mostly kung anong situation ng shady side ng port side
Ah,
in in comparison sa yung mga mayayaman na
okay.
obviously na nandito sa city-like
Okay.
struck place.
Sure. Uh, you went over the areas of the cavern turn. Uh, there's a big building uh, with a engraving of metal and steel titling the building as Cavernton. And there are lesser people on that area. If ever you see people there, more like they're like soldiers, well uniformed individuals. Wait lang, wait lang. Mahal, talaga nalakasan nyo? Grabe naman. Alright. So, yeah, as you go sa area na to, medyo there's lesser people. By the part that you go towards the indeed wherein there are lesser influence of the cavern torn, uh, indeed medyo nag-iiba yung yung itsura. Mas malapit siya sa residential, but as you see also by the port side, there seems to be a lot of ships going into the city, and uh, for those ships, they're bringing out people who are quite well armed. and
Mm.
no, they're not soldiers of the town. More like your kind,
Mm.
more like adventurers.
So I see the soldiers of the town. Like, anong garb nila?
Mas marami sila rito sa sa area na to. It seems that the uniformed ones that signifies the town. But yeah, there are town guards from the area. It seems that for Rhyme Blades, you haven't seen any like petty crimes that you notice, but kapuna-puna na medyo maraming adventures that are coming into town.
Okay. Do I recognize like a tell kung saan location sila from?
Okay, having seen the war in Constance, uh, sure, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay. You would have some. You may have seen some people from Constance. Uh, you have known several individuals from different uh, from different kingdoms. Uh, you know that someone there looks like from wears the similar sort of outfit of a Flaxveyan, as you are close to one. Uh, the individual name as Fox Adane is medyo close sa'yo.
Okay.
So the attires seems to fit how they present themselves. So yeah, it seems that they're coming out from all sort of from everywhere in Conquestia.
Okay. Then I'll just walk back to the tavern.
Okay. All right. Okay. For the three individuals who will come in by the parola, by the eighth day of parola, could you? Well, let's just go for the first one. Jaydiel comes into the tavern after a day. Uh, Again, you see that this is a feeding tavern. Feeding people who are quite poor in the area. How does Jadel look like, Jude?
Well, is just a human, kind of dark skinned, and he does have like a bag or a huge bag that's attached, or a book that is attached to a bag. It's kind of like dusty and something like that. He's always like fidgeting with his cards, and he has a bone bracelet as well. And JDL would rarely be seen without a smoke on his hand or his mouth.
Okay. As soon as you come into the tavern, to the Basil and Peel, may mga part kung saan medyo maraming matatanda.
Mm, okay.
Do you continue smoking?
Well, first, with this, because he likes to talk to people, then JDL would ask permission from the keep or whoever is managing the tavern if he can smoke inside,
Okay.
and if that's all right with the other people around him.
It's okay, pero sabi niya, ano ba to? Do take notice that there are a lot of old people here, sickly people. Might as well find a different corner where your smoke will not be affecting those old individuals. This is relayed to you by the care. So again, the lady caretaker, which introduces to you that her name is Talisha.
Okay, so I would ask Talisha if there's any like there's any space or place that he can safely smoke without any people around him, and if there's any like trades that has been going on within the tavern that he can use.
Let's see. It's very early in the morning. There are corners that are quite favorable for you to do the smoke. At this
Mhm.
point, around 9 o'clock, Zeno, would you have been awake already?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Um, you would see Jaydiel in the area. Let's see. And okay. And yeah, you will see someone smoking on the corner. Uh, you would be coming down from the staircase of the rooms from above, and it seems that you see that someone is sort of indifferent. He's not part of those who eat normally here. The people, the workers, he doesn't he's he's like you.
Oh, do I know that I'm supposed to meet other people in this tavern?
uh you're the Faxadane tells you that the name of the individual that you want to be looking for would be a guy named Philippe Apollos. Now for Jadel, let's see, I'll just need to verify some information dahil lang ha. uh, where's that, where is that, there. Okay. For Jaydiel, uh, you're also recommended uh, by sino ba nag-recommend sa'yo? Nakalimutan ko. Okay.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the by the
Someone like I noticed the heist that I did within
yeah.
Kengar, but it doesn't show his
Uh
name here.
yeah. With his okay, but the security oh yeah. Okay. Uh, the message uh, would have told you that that you have to go to Xenus and just look for Basil and Peel. The
Yep.
individual who will be needing you will be coming in the 8th day of Pyrola.
Okay. So yeah, while I'm waiting within the tavern, I'll just sit by a table
Okay,
and just play with my cards there.
sure, cool, cool. Just need to roll something. Okay, okay.
So,
But are you on the same table, the two of you, or hindi pa?
I will just approach Felicia, ask for a drink. Okay,
Okay.
can I have a drink? Then
Um,
walk to the table where he is.
yes.
I'll sit down and just say, "Are you Philip? You
I
don't seem you don't seem from around here."
Well, that can be said for the same. It can be said the same to you as well. I'm not Philippe, by the way. The name is JDL. Who is this Philippe that you're talking about, though?
You
If you're
haven't
not,
seen him, Zeno, but he was mentioned by Fox to you.
so you're not Philippe,
No,
correct?
that would not be me.
Well, I was supposed to meet someone here.
Well, that makes the two of us, although in my case, I don't know who I'm actually looking for, and I don't know his name.
Ano ba to? Talisha overhears the conversation. Saya, don't worry, Senor Felipe will be coming in anytime soon. Uh, surely he's
Uh,
already on his way.
Okay, can I?
And looks at you. Uh, you may, Philippe, he's really, he's really lacking sometimes. Didn't give you the didn't he didn't even give you his name.
Yes, that's kind of rude, actually. I don't even know why I had to go here. There's really not much information, but I was promised that there should be something of valuable for me, so that's why I'm here. So hopefully Philippe will be here sooner.
Uh, Sabi niya, when Philippe gathers people like you, surely he is up to something good. Look at
Great
this
then.
place. Look at this place. We're feeding people who are hungry and needing food here in, yeah, uh,
Th-
the ocean side
Does
of Xenus is progressive, but there are those people who are still left out.
does he pay for it? The food you give here?
I would say that he is a very good benefactor and gather of people who could help run this place.
Okay, well, seems like my time is worth it if that Philippe guy is rich then.
Yeah, I don't know about Rich, but yeah. Uh, Talisha goes back cooking and ano ba to? Zeno, for the day that you've been here, would you have taken some of the food, or you have partaken some of the food that was was offered
Serve?
served in the area?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Oh. Is
When
it good?
yeah, it's the I would say that it's not the best, alam mong talaga pangbultuhan yung pagluluto nila. But did you make any comments about the food? It's not
Uh,
it's not bad.
Probably I'll just say it's good food. Food is kahit anong pang pagkain as long as it feeds people.
Oh, it's a good food because okay, good. All right. Um, about an hour after, uh, a third individual comes in. Uh, Bry, could you describe Jin?
Okay. You see a human coming in with a darker shade of orange for a hair, but some of the parts of his hair is a little bit reddish. He has green eyes, and he appears to be wearing a cloak, which is colored as a black and orange theme. And uh, ano pala yung insignia of Claws? Is it a necklace or something?
No, no. Insignia of cross is yeah. It could be a bracer or it's not gonna be likely a necklace.
Okay, so
I would say a bracer or maybe a knuckle or something like that.
parang ano na lang, yung bracer na. You
Bracer.
see a bracer on his right arm. It has a symbol of
Uh,
a
the
claw
insignia,
with
yeah.
tentacles. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. The insignia
yun
of
na lang.
claw would have the symbol of the dragon, Tiamat, but
Dinagdagan ko lang ng
yeah, for the for this campaign, the insignia can differ depending to what you have may have designed or how you have stooped onto it.
Unless nandito si Tiamat.
Unless I haven't think about it.
Sige.
Now you make me
Ayun
consider.
lang.
So sure, why not? Maybe next game, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe then she's here
Tomorrow.
already.
Yan. So, yun lang.
I'm more
This
leaning
week.
on Orcus kasi kaysa kay Tiamat. Sorry sa mga fan ni Tiamat. Alam ko may mga AL na mas favored siya. Some Bahamut, pero yeah. Those gonna have to set aside. I'm gonna be going with Orcus, so yeah. Hindi rin ako fan ni Demogorgon, so yeah. Okay, yeah. You came in. For Jin, Professor Newman told you that uh, instead of him going to the task of a former adventurer in Sengar named Philippe, uh, he wants you that you take his place, uh, as it seems that it's more beneficial that he is working with the Crater Chem. At saka para hindi ka na rin habulin ng ng hounds at saka ng bronze tigers.
Yeah, I had my suspicions with Philip is, do I know his face since I'm from Sam Garden? And, you know, parang na-feature ata siya sa newspaper.
Okay, could you give me a history check? Could you give me a history check? Let's see.
Ay, hindi ko nabasa.
Yeah. You haven't.
Okay,
So
sige.
maybe you were too young, and when that newspaper was published.
Sige, sige.
Okay. So yeah, guys, I will let you know that Philippe is a character from the first game, which is still in the Horizia realm. Um, and Philippe is a teammate ni Bray. That's why he asked that question. But nevertheless, ano to? There's a premise on why he asked about the newspaper. Can I be heard? Okay, good. Akala ko nawawala ako.
Ah,
Yan. Alright, so you came in, you see two people just being served, two people setting apart from everyone else who's there. You see workers, you see old people, some children, families. And you realize kaagad na this is not a tavern of prestige or ano ba to? Or any higher for nobles. This is a tavern that serves uh, people for food. Basically a feeding tavern. But you see outright that there is two individuals that sets apart from everyone else. They have just got their food from the servants who's in the area. What would you do?
I would approach. Sino yung tavern keep?
You see a female that seems to be caretaking everyone.
Okay.
She introduced her name to be, "Hi, I'm Talisha. I take care of the Basil and Peel. This is not your normal tavern. But may I ask what's your what brings you to Basil and Peel?"
Oh, I'm supposed to meet someone here. His name is Sir Philippe. I
Ah,
assume.
okay. He's gonna be coming in anytime soon. Surely. He's quite a busy man and arranging some things. So you're also one. You want to be seated along with them. Tapos he points to the table where the other two are. Sabi niya, they are waiting for your senor also.
All right. Thank you for that information.
Yeah.
I'll go proceed to sit at the table beside the two.
Yeah. Tapos na ano ba to? You see the small rat-like individual comes up. Oh, may hindi pa pala nasa-servan dun sa table na yon. Again, this is the first time that all of you guys see this kind of creature. You have heard of several races that are endemic to this world, but nothing like him. A servant comes to you and serves you food. Uh, it's two chicken and and mashed potatoes that are being served to everyone right now. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and people are being asked be serving eggs. Some of the old people and the workers are asking for eggs, but Talisha and the little beaver-like individual is saying na the delivery didn't really come in short. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some eggs along with for we'll have eggs for breakfast.
Can I, while he's at the table, can I ask him, like, because Jaydiel should be like a merchant and he's been around places already and he still doesn't recognize him. Can I ask if he's like from somewhere or what kind
Sino?
of race he's from?
Sino?
The the servant, the little beaver-like man.
Uh, what? What's the question that you would like that you will ask him specifically? So yeah, you approach him hesitantly because yun nga, kakaiba talaga siya. First time kayo nakakita ng ganitong individual, a beaver-like individual.
Mhm. Yeah, I would just like to ask him, or I'm curious as to what race you are, my friend, since I have been around this continent and I haven't seen any of your races, or you are not seem familiar to me. Which part are you from? Or
He looks at you, says, tas, he looks at you and looks at Talisha.
uh,
Uh, he doesn't know about Bandlewood.
okay, I don't think that's supposed. I do think it's supposed to be a whisper, but I still heard you. What is Bandlewood,
Yes,
or where is Bandlewood?
sabi niya, Bandlewood is here. Bandlewood is not here. Bandlewood is everywhere. Tapos he laughs at you. Sabi niya, but nevertheless, don't worry, I didn't put poison in the food. Consider us good individuals coming from a neighboring place.
Okay, well, I thank you for the food, and I have no doubts in my mind that the food is clean. So, well, if you're just going to give me a backwards riddle in regards to where you're from, may I please know your name, friend?
His name is Beredich. I'm dumping the names in the chat room. Also, I gave you guys a link kanina nung mga notes. Every after session, normally na-update ko siya. So, yun.
Okay.
Alright.
Hindi ko
Alright
siya
then.
mabuksan. Sorry.
Yeah, it's denied access there. I
Denied
requested.
access? Okay, okay. Okay, wait lang. Wait lang. You should have access to it. My bad. Viewer, copy link. It's not
That's not
supposed to be,
access.
it's not supposed to be editable, pero you should have access to it.
Yeah, it's only beyond its
Yeah,
own.
so,
Okay na,
beyond.
okay
okay
na.
na. Alright, okay, good.
Okay.
So yeah, those are gonna be filled in as we play, for sure. So, I don't know if Philip will fill you in about Bandlewood. I hope it doesn't. Uh,
Oh,
sabi niya. But if ever you get there, I'll put up a good word for you.
okay then. Thank you, Benovich. But yeah, nice to meet you, and I would try the taste of these chickens. Okay. Did you cook this, or is there
So
any
yeah,
other
ano ba to?
cook?
I tried my best. Tapos ano ba to? He lets you peek into the kitchen. You see that the cauldron, na mas malaki pa sa kanya, has like apparatus, like may mga para stairways para makapagluto siya.
Okay. Well,
So
curious.
it was set up just for his side because he's standing like around less than 2 feet.
Oh.
Mm. Okay, that is. But yeah, no worries then. Thanks for the food again, Benovich, and I do believe my friends here from the table as well is very thankful that you've given us this food. Thanks.
He goes back, make sure that, okay, have you dumped in the mushrooms already? Gumagano siya dun sa, ano ba to? Sa mga luluto as he goes back into the kitchen. Now, after 30 minutes, two individual comes in. One is uh, one is very indifferent as he looks like sort of a noble, dress on uh, a very fine leather cloak, and but you can see that that the jacket or the cloak that he is supporting on seems to be hiding something beneath his body. You can you can make a shape of what his armor is inside, on top, below the fancy clothing that he sports in. Another individual seems to come with him, uh, as he enters. You see that Alicia looks at the man with the green skin and uh, noble nobleman attire, and the nobleman attire guy just go past the part where it's the feeding area and proceeded to the stairways upstairs. Meanwhile, the other one, uh, Charles, could you describe to me how Aki looked like?
So he he looks tawag dito, Venus siya tignan. So like he is a he pero he doesn't really look like what
Ay.
typically you would look for in a man.
Mhm.
Tapos he has like some pauldrons na medyo like fur. And he sported in like medyo regal na damit pero not really something that a royal would wear or tawag dito. He's not a commoner pero hindi rin siya royalty essentially. And
Would
he
you
has
would you have looked more flamboyant than the guy who just passed with you? The other guy seems to be like old already, past his around 50s. Uh, seems to be medyo marami ng kulubot sa but seems to be not all only a regular individual pero naka pero would you think that you look more fabulous or flamboyant than him?
um kinda kasi medyo mas youthful yung skin ni Aki.
Okay, okay. Well, that,
You
that
know,
guy is so old.
tapos purple skin tiefling so medyo unique-ish and yung hair niya is violet going into purple pababa.
Okay. Um, you came here after seeing a minor illusion after
Yeah.
killing Sycorax. Uh, the message is just to go. You see part of the minor illusion, the flag banner of Xenus, this tavern. You see the port city, and a piece of gold that has a castle on the engraving. It's not the round gold. It's a square gold. It's a gold coin pero ang shape niya is square. Tapos the engraving on one side that you've seen is a castle. And that
Mm.
really entices things. That's the last picture on the series of minor illusions that you're getting when you killed when you got a message after killing Zikorax. So, you enter this tavern. Again, the individual that came in with you just pass towards you and just walks to the front, to the upper stairs, and this in the and you see that that this place is being maintained by a lady. Uh, Everyone here are again workers and old people, children. people are for no, and you know that this is not the typical tavern place, but again a feeding tavern. But again, on the other side, on one side, there is a table wherein a group of people really stands out as they seems to not fit in with everyone else. They're not like workers. They're not like they look like you. Uh, Adventures in different forms. What do you plan to do, Aki?
So there's like children in this tavern then, like
Yeah,
kumakain.
I would say uh, about five children separated into four families uh, with their parents. They seem to be
So
all people, and out of the five people there, you only see one of them has a shoe. Everyone else is on foot.
so medyo poverty-ish kids. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Some of the even the individuals here are poor.
so is there like a table na wala pong taong nakaupo?
It's very early, so yeah, there would be table. Let me check something. Although there, except for one table that everyone else, every other table is medyo malayo dun sa group nila no ano, but except for one. Merong isa, but it's a table for uh, three more people. It's a round table for three more people while the others are sitting on a table wherein a rounded sofa is in case possibly able to harbor 6 to 7 people on that table nila currently.
So can I like stand on one of the tables and try to perform a magic trick para dun sa mga bata po?
What do you plan to aim? Just entertain the kids?
Like kasi they're medyo poverty-ish, and since si Aki may ano galing din siya sa poverty-ish, I just wants to try it
All right,
cheer
sure.
the kids.
Okay, give me a
So
performance check.
um so our goal
Uh,
1
Not really. Go to your character sheet. Um, on under your saves, um, there are words there for your skills. And on the skills portion, the screenshot that I gave you a while ago, and just click the word performance. There. So yeah, with the 14. Let's see.
So like to aid the performance, can I cast like um a cantrip and
What
uh
kind of cantrip are you planning to cast with you?
I want to cast uh, dancing lights and find familiar.
Okay.
So like,
Sure. Okay. This is one of those different rules. I want you to do a performance. Your current bonus for your performance is ha. Actually, mas mababa. I will take this na lang. Okay. Sure. You done your performance with your magic. Uh, People saw you and says, some of the kids says, paano siya nagkaroon ng magic? You know, guys, that people are sometimes limited. It's called the magical affinity. Some people doesn't have those. And you are quite lucky that you have your magical affinity. Talisha looks at you, uh, says that at least we're seeing some light onto this place. Uh, Not only because it's taking a pun of your dancing lights, but uh, she thinks that it's not a gloomy area naman. Hindi naman malungkot ang sitwasyon dito. In fact, masaya yung mga tao dahil they get to eat for free. And they always and they when ano ba to when they come up minsan yung iba nagbibiro, "Oh, anong ulam natin ngayon? Talisha, anong hinanda ni Beredich?" Sana masarap. Tapos yun nga, kanina may nagre-reklamo na, ba't walang include breakfast, di ba? Parang ano, pero tapos yun, nagpaliwalag lang to si Beredich na walang itlog ngayon sorry. Walang delivery. But it's not a gloomy place. But yeah, indeed, poverty is really seen in this kind of area wherein natitipon yung mga ganong uri ng tao.
So, after nung performance na yun, bababa na ako dun sa table, tas mag pupunta ako kay Alicia,
Okay?
and I'll ask if nandito yung employer ko, like the person who sent me here.
Tapos, he looks at you. Medyo set apart ka dun sa tatlo. She looks at the party, the other three guys. Wow. Boss, senor has really have a good taste. Yeah, he's here already. Surely he's gonna have you be called anytime soon.
See. Thanks for the information.
Might as
Tapos,
well sit along with the people who's possibly gonna be working with you. As he points to the table that where the other three are.
Give a thumbs up to Aki. A nice performance, my guy.
Alright.
do
I
about
toss, I toss one gold piece.
Okay, so
Kasi
yeah, minus
that,
one gold for
that was a
for
that was a
Zenno.
great performance.
For Zenno plus one gold to Jaydiel. Just put it in your in your inventories. Make sure that you
I
have
don't,
that accounted.
yeah.
Yep.
But I think Aki is the one who performed that. So Aki is the one with the plus gold.
Yeah, plus one sa kanya
Right.
tapos minus one kay Zenno. Okay, right. So, um 30 minutes pass by. Seems to be that that you are not being summoned yet. Anything that you guys are planning that you're doing while you're sitting there? It's currently about 11 a.m. in the morning.
Um,
Do,
when
do you guys mind if I
Jin,
smoke within the table?
sure. Uh,
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Thank you.
when Jin sit down, I put my hand on my dagger and just say, "Sorry, I didn't catch your name." Sitting when you sit down.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I must introduce myself. My name is Jin. How about you
Right.
guys? Who are you?
Okay, well, since we're introducing ourselves, my name is Jaydiel, and if you have any deals or valuable items that you would like to be disposed of, I can definitely buy it from you for a price, of course. And if ever you want a stick of cigarettes, then I'm your go-to guy. If you have gold, at least. Okay.
So,
How about you? Looking at the
uh,
other.
yeah, the Tiefling is Aki. Jin is the human sort of robe individual. Jadel is the human black-skinned uh, warlock. And yeah, you, the one with the tattoo, with the glowing tattoos, uh, and the female in the group, Zeno.
Okay, then. So, can I? Would you guys like to play a card game then? Want some gambling? Get this here while we're wasting time.
I don't gamble.
You don't gamble, okay? I have rules for that, but yeah, yeah. Who are playing gambling? Who's doing the gambling for the time being? And ano ba
I'll
daw?
play with you.
You play.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
okay then.
So for the time being that you are playing, I want to know how much you're planning to spend onto onto this uh, this game.
Okay, well, let's put a cap of 10 gold pieces for now,
Okay.
if you'd like.
Sure.
But nevertheless, people can, uh, anyone can like parang pitch in more money if they wanted to. Like this is the part that they want to gamble. Parang ito yung limit nila. So Jaydiel's limit, Aki's limit. Sino ba yung si Jaydiel, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaydiel's limit is at 10. If you want to set a different limit for you, it's fine. Uh, okay, how is Jaydiel playing this? Are you doing some tricks to
Yeah.
deceive? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And I'm actually having to prepare a one of my cantrips, the distort value, if ever I lose. So
Okay, okay. I wa it's not it's not a cantrip, it's a spell.
oh, it's a spell.
It
Okay,
you will expect
level one pala.
a level 1 spell slot. So yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. Now, here's the thing. Zeno, how are you playing the this game?
If I'm gonna if there's a chance, I would try to sleight of hand it.
Okay, you try to be sneaky. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh Zeno tries to pocket some cards. I would like Jaydiel, unless there's anyone else. How about that other two? May sasali ba or wala? Kayong dalawa lang.
I'm happy to watch.
You're happy
That's
to
it.
watch. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I wanna see kung ano
Okay,
mangyayari.
okay. Sige, sige. Alright. I would need Jaydiel to make a spell casting check. So that's gonna be your charisma. Because
Mhm.
you're influencing the cards to set your favor.
Yeah,
While Zeno will be try to pocket some cards, so indeed a sleight of hand check. Whoever wins, he's the one who will have the
advantage.
no, the one for the actual check on who wins on the actual distribution of the cards.
Okay, okay.
So yeah,
So
it's
I'll roll a sleight of hand.
yeah, for sleight of hand. While for naman for Jaydiel, it's gonna be his spell casting check.
And how would I roll that again? And
Um, you can just it will be
I'll
similar
just
to your charisma saves.
okay. Do I have to click on distort value for that? Or
No, no, no need na, no need. But are you going to use uh, distort value?
uh no, not yet.
No.
But
Okay, I
okay.
will just have you roll. If you're not gonna do that, because again, that's your original plan.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Roll a 1d20 for me. Just roll a d20 muna.
16.
16. Pierce into the card, it's quite good. Uh, are you going to try to change the values of the cards for your favor?
Yeah, I'll still have that
Okay.
kind of look on
Okay.
it.
So yeah, it's a good card. You're not sure of what the Zeno got. I need you to just roll me a 1d20 this time. This is basically you're just doing a flat check, and you have to beat Zeno's sleight of hand of 11.
Okay. Oh,
All right. Um,
barely.
the cards are dealt. You feel at ease with the cards that you got, but it seems to be on the I need you to roll another 1d20, and 11 and 12 would be at a -2. So 1d20, but the value, whatever the result, would have a -2. 9.
9. It's already minus. Yeah.
All right. The cards come out, but it seems that that Zeno has already pocketed a favorable
Consulted.
hand Medyo nahuli mo siyang nadadaya, but he tries to slip it back. Nevertheless, the card actually that she has is already better than yours. The cards are dealt. Uh, she gained 75% of, so I would say that you lose 7 gold, uh, and Zenno wins 7 gold.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, this is along a different several hands. But you're trying to pocket. You're not successful, Zeno, of getting the of trying to slide the hand with a better card. Pero ang swerte mo na lahat ng magagandang card nasa iyo.
I would gladly give the 7 gold, and
Yeah.
I would commend him for the trick, and I would non-verbally tell her that I knew what she did, but I'll just happily give out the gold
No,
since
you
that was a
you
big thing.
know, but she's failing.
Yeah.
You're catching him, pero kumbaga, he's not succeeding on it. But yeah, the hands are just
And
better that there's initially being dealt to her.
mhm. I'm
I
sorry
was
I
just
wasn't
trying.
able to throw her out.
I was just trying you out. I wasn't really trying to get the to try to trick you.
Well, that is fine. You didn't really do much, but still, lucky Lady Luck favors whoever is
Uh,
tagged for the
Good
day.
game.
Then good game, but
okay,
I'm gonna have to take that 7 gold back.
metagaming wise, ako tatouch ko lang si Zeno, mag-awaken mind ako para mabasa ko kung ano nasa card value. Pero yeah. Nevertheless. Okay, yeah, after several hands, Talisha asks you, okay, I think everyone is already in good shape. Philippe uh, is willing to see you now. Talisha asks you to follow upstairs. Anyone doing anything else?
So, yung ano ko po, yung familiar ko, hanggang anong oras yung duration niya po? Like,
Find familiar. If you summon a familiar, uh, familiar. If you summon a familiar, you have to cast it for 1 hour. So 1 hour casting. It will also cost you 10 gold. That's a ritual cast. If you cast it for an instant spell, like you use a spell slot, sure. It can easily, pero you have to buy 10 golds to buy an incense and a brass brazier muna to set up the ritual. Are you going to do that?
yeah.
Okay.
Pwede.
So, I would say that bago ka pumunta rito, you have bought some charcoal and a little incense, and while they're playing cards, you shape your familiar already. Please took out 10 gold from your inventory.
So, 81 na lang.
Ah, di lang. Whew. And yeah, once the familiar is summoned, unless it's killed, you can just resummon it.
So, can I make it like
What?
okay.
Yeah, what form does this familiar look like?
So, can I make it a hawk?
A hawk.
And pwede ko po ba siyang utusan no umikot-ikot the area to see if may mga makikita siyang spellcasters, specifically illusionists.
Okay. What would be the objective? Pagka nakakita siya, anong gagawin niya?
Report back to me, like using the telepathic link.
Um, it cannot talk, but it can come back to you. Uh, assuming it knows your position, or again, you can snuff it out, resummon it again.
So, babalik balik na lang siya sa'kin 'pag may nakita siyang
Okay.
one with enough na
He's
illusion.
on the lookout for illusionists and spellcasters. Tama ba?
Yes.
All right, sure, sure. Uh, Eventually, he cannot go as far as 100 feet away from you. Sure, you can scout, he can scout uh, in the area. But if it's in the vicinity of the Basil and Peel, I would say that you are very much in link with him. Pwede ka nga mag-peer sa mata niya as long as he's within 100 feet.
So, within a few feet
Uh,
lang 'no.
but if it's beyond 100 feet, I would say that about two blocks away. I don't know. That's like 5 blocks, 5 houses away from the Basil and Peel. I would say that mapuputol yung link mo sa kanya.
So, but, he shouldn't go, like, about beyond 60 feet, like, about 50 feet yung
Ah,
pinakamalayong puwede niyang gawin na ikot within my radius,
okay,
if
sure.
okay.
Pwede naman, pwede naman. Okay, so you just within the area of the
So, quick enough na kaya ko pang maka-catch up with the person na hahabulin ko kumbaga.
all right, sure, sure. Okay. But you are going to enter to a room. Si Talisha is asking you. Do you send out the hawk already?
Aba,
Okay,
nice on
sure.
that.
Scouting the whole premises of the Basil and Peel. Do you let everyone see this, or do you try to do this discreetly?
I try to do this discreetly, like as discreetly as possible po.
Okay, I would need you to roll a stealth check, but instead of uh, but instead of your uh, dexterity, I will add your spell casting check, in which that would be a the +1.
So, roll 20, one.
Just roll your stealth.
Oh,
Roll your stealth. Uh, okay, you are proficient. So that's a 2, 5 minus 4. Okay, that's a 22. Uh, yeah, you summon the familiar and give it command towards Seems to be no one noticed you that you did it. For for everyone else who might have noticed you that you did it, it seems that you just did a magic trick at naglabas ka lang ng falcon from your jacket. No. No. may, may lumipad, may lumipad na lang na na hawk from your but you already have yeah, its
I
mission
would
is
have,
already set.
yeah, I would have tossed him a coin, but I already lost that 7 gold.
Okay. All right. So, you go into a room with with Talisha. Uh, Talisha just opens the door for you. The room is quite big, about 40 feet by 40 feet by 20 feet. In the middle of the room is a man who sits on sort of an office chair, and on his back is a painting of himself and a lady that seems to be medyo very in good terms sila. Alam niyo yung alam mo yung couple portrait na magkatabi, no, hindi sila ganon. Medyo uh, the arms of the lady are currently ano ba to? Are currently wrapped into the the guy, and the guy is the one that just passed in kanina, um and they look like a lovely couple, although the lady is not a human. She has snake skins.
next.
As you guys enter, unless you don't enter. Talisha will close the door. And does anyone uh, plans to be outside?
No, but before I enter, can I like do some checks, or I just have to carefully look around the room? Are there any like traps or something that would lock us in?
Sure. Quick investigation check.
Okay. 16.
16. Um, looks at the the nobleman notices you that you're uh, quite fascinating that you are checking out place that you you might have troubles with. But don't worry, I'm not here to kill you. You also see that there's nothing that's in the door, but you do also notice that uh, there are weapons on the wall. Some are for decoration, but it seems that some of those weapons that are on the wall seem to be functional also. Uh, this room seems to be uh, well prepared. Um, Zeno, you haven't seen this guy here, and seems to be someone is keeping this room as tidy as this is that you're looking at it right now. Uh, the guy looks at you. He says, "Welcome, welcome to Xenos. Uh, let's cut into the chase. My name is Philippe Apollo, and I am here because I plan, with your help, of course, to get rich." And he drops one piece of a gold coin, but uh, apart from the gold coins that you have seen, this gold coin is different. Again, this has been in the vision ni Jaydiel, a square gold coin with a castle in front, on one side, while on the other side is gears.
Mm. Okay, can I like try to offer my hand or give hold out my hand, see if I can
At this
investigate
point,
the coin?
yeah,
Yeah.
at this point, you are like 10 feet away from him. Are you going to go closer to him, like really, But again, there's a table that are separating the two of you. He
Mhm.
is standing by the seat. He's not seated on the table. The big looming picture nung niya at saka nung partner niya seemingly is on his backdraft, and he drops that coin to the table, and you go close in to the coin itself, right?
Yep, of course I would announce myself first, and then if I'll try to offer my hand, see if he will offer to give the coin, and I can investigate it.
uh, the coin is already on the table.
Oh yeah, I can
um,
just take the coin.
okay, tapos sabi niya, did you give him his name? Did you give your name ba? Hindi pa.
And I wouldn't while I was walking towards the table, I would announce my name and uh yeah, introduce myself
Ah,
to him.
the merchant from Plax Veus, right?
Yep, no other.
All right.
So
Uh,
um mhm.
sabi niya, okay. Are you from the Central? Are you from the Central? From the Central
Yep,
Kingdom? Nice.
yeah.
Uh, how's life there? Is business doing good? Is
Well,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, definitely. Business is booming. Specifically, my business is just that I have run into some bit stuff. That's why I am here, not doing or I'm here rather than being in the central city and doing my business. But I'm actually curious about this coin. I do believe I've seen it already, and I'll try to like compare two coins from one another, and I'll try to make a
No.
deception or deceive Philip that I will like try to bring down the coin again. That it's not
So,
the original coin that they. But yeah, I'll try that.
um, there's a likely a chance that you have the same coin. You have similar
Mm,
a different coin. Sorry, you
mm.
will have a similar coin such as that. This
Oh,
coin is
okay.
quite big. It's bigger than the palm. Alam niyo naman siguro kung ano size ng coin. You can like it's possibly around. If you're looking at your palm right now, it's gonna be looking like I would say three fourths or three tenths of your palm, di ba? But this one is again a little bit bigger. I would say that nine tenth of your palm. Ganun siya kalaki. And
Mm,
it's square. You don't have something like that though.
okay.
Looks at you and says, uh, "Feel you feel the weight?" Yeah, it's different value in gold. Sabi niya ni Philip.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It is really peculiar to see. So once again, I will still try to exchange one of my gold coins into that particular coin. See if I can
Uh, sure. Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. Okay. Oh no. Right.
Tapos you slip both the two coins that you would try
Exchange with.
to
Yeah.
exchange with, and that drops on the table. Oh, is that mine?
Yeah, sorry.
No, no,
Clumsy hands.
no, no. He points to the coin that you drop, yung coin mo.
Uh,
Is that mine?
well, actually, that would be. Let me just check it again and weighing it again in my hands, and I give them the bigger one, the original one that you have.
Okay.
This is yours. Yeah, yeah. I canceled my plan.
Looks at you. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. But yeah, uh, we need some such tricks on that, especially by tomorrow. But yeah, looks at you. Okay,
I just
question.
give them a thumbs
Uh,
up.
yeah, he looks at the party unless anyone says something, he will ask a question. Do
Hmm.
you let him, or are you going to do something or say something to him muna?
Not really, but I will make sure that I am behind near the door.
Near the door. Anyone else? Uh,
So I'll I'll cast my mage hand and turn it invisible,
okay.
and I'll just make it cover yung 10 feet area na distance
Here's the
namin
thing.
dalawa.
Upon casting, sabi niya, ah, another one of those tricky ones. If you cast Mage Hands kasi it's verbal, so you will be seen doing it. Another one of those tricky ones. Come on, you are not doing this. You are not trying to screw me for a piece of a gold coin that is worth 14 times of a regular gold coin that you may have on your pockets right now.
I'm not
So it's
sure
14 times.
I'm just trying to see if you can see my tapos I'll make the mage hand go away.
Before you even cast, yun nga, nakikita kanya nagka-cast, but yeah, Ledger main, it doesn't say that you can cast it subtly or parang hindi niya nakikita. So the verbal part, he sees it and he understands.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. Uh, okay, at least I already have your auditions with me. Sabi niya. Looks at the party. Uh, he may be criminals, rebels. He when he points when say criminals, he looks at Aki. When he gets to say rebels, he looks at Zenno. Uh, when he looks like someone who's running away from a crime, looks at Jin. Uh, and uh, and someone and a swindler looks at Jaydiel. Is there anyone else who's gonna do something else? Then he will drop the question.
Can
None.
yeah,
He
no,
says, "Do you want to get rich?"
definitely. That's why I'm here, Mister.
How does everyone respond? He says, "Do you want to get rich?"
I say meh. Mm,
I'm just here to follow orders.
I mean, I do, but first, I do have some responsibility.
Those responsibilities of yours can be paid in gold in the future, but uh, uh, I called in some people to work with me on this kind of job. Some of you are recommended by my so-called friends. He points that to uh, to Jin and to Zenno. Some of you has been seen with with such skills, and instead of apprehending you, we plan to utilize you. So again, do you want to get rich? I already saw someone who was agreeing. How about the others? Para siyang insurance. Ano ba? Pyramid. Di mo,
Pyramid
gusto mo
scheme.
bang yumaman?
Open-minded ka ba?
Open-minded ka ba? Yeah.
6 digits agad.
Uh, what does the other three respond?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Money would be good.
Sure.
What if what we're talking about is 700 million pieces of this?
I
And
get
please note that bawat isa, again, as he said kaganina, is 14 times your regular gold.
yeah. Well, I can agree with them, and then as I will tell him, as long as we get our equal cuts, it should be fine. And while I wait for his response, I'll kind of like or examine him carefully, see if he's lying or trying to like screw us over
Sure,
from
insight.
this deal.
Insight,
Yeah.
insight.
Uh, can't find.
Insight.
There it is.
Plus just below investigation.
Okay, inside.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's -1.
Looks at you, sabi niya, you look at him. He's like a salesman talking to the wind. Selling leaves to the wind.
Hmm.
Uh, Dumping out flamboyant words to you guys that, come on, you guys all want to get rich, right?
Yeah,
You
sure.
want to
And I'm
change your
already here.
life, possibly run your own kingdom, or maybe save your own kingdom.
Para siyang front.
Yes. But yeah, since I'm already here within the room, whichever
Yeah.
you want me to do, sir, I will.
Okay. Looks at the Yes. This is an agit gold.
Ah,
Yeah.
And it go.
Agit gold. Again, the coin that is smelted by the Meltius. and discontinued 14 years ago. Now, it was said to be discontinued 14 years ago because of the value of this gold. But have you heard? Everyone, make a history check.
So,
History. Okay, Zenno. Okay, Jin. Okay, good. Not really. You may have not read the news. You said you are quite odd. About 11 days ago, Alchitran Miltius died. It was said that all gold, all agit gold has been smelted back to liquid gold. But also some there are words that Alchitran created another batch against the will of the land. This may have no value, but tomorrow that will change.
NFT.
Ano ba daw? Tomorrow will be the 12th day of his death. Also, uh, tomorrow will be the ninth day of Pyrola, the day of the books. Let's see what the king has to say. If you're into this mission, come back here tomorrow. Tomorrow, come back here and after the before sorry, wait lang, tama ba yung timeline ko? Wait lang, double checking, baka mali sabihin ko eh. Okay, tomorrow after the king makes his announcement, I will ask you guys to murder someone if you want to get rich.
fun. Um, who, who will we kill?
Who is this person?
Who's gonna get stabbed?
Who's gonna get stabbed? uh, Cast Miner's Illusion. It lets you see a face of an individual. Uh, it looked like this guy. That this is Pratt and Barco. Um, Tapos looks at sino nga ba yung taga Plaxveus. Looks at Jaydiel. Um, are you're aware about the influence of the family Embarco in Flaxveus? For you, Jadel, indeed you are. The Embarco family is the leading mage house in Flaxveus.
Yeah. And I do believe I've also learned the ways of the trade within their family as well. Not really within the family. I'm just observing outside on how they do their business. So
Good.
I might have some insights as to how the target can be,
See,
well,
you're chosen for the job.
analyzed.
Sabi niya, gumanon siya. Gumanon siya.
Can I
How
ask?
convenient.
Can I ask? Why do you want him killed, though?
Um, he looks at the no you Jadel again,
Um,
but and looks
mm,
at Zeno, says, The family in Barco is responsible for creating defensive magic in several key establishments. Even this establishment uh, has a contract with family in Barco with regards to making sure that the doors are locked in the nights.
Mhm.
So if you for Jaydiel, you know this very na, and I would say for not Aki but Jin, because you're a full caster. There is indeed families, or there are these mage guilds or mage families that uh, make business of their magic for protection spells to ensure that uh, establishments are being protected not only from other damage, depende kung ano yung ibabayad sa kanila. And sometimes they tend to be concentrating on spells or in the nose of their spells until they faint away.
Mm.
His death will be essential for us. What once the king announces the sudden change of things for this gold.
So I'll ask him, uh, what kind of defensive magic are we talking about here? Plus like I'll use my spells. It's a free to do. Like I'll use that free disguise self
Okay.
to change
Ano
into.
ba to? He just depends on how you ask. So I would ask for you to do a persuasion check. If it's a bit low, he will not tell you what's the reason. Uh, and just go with it. Maybe, maybe unless someone else wants to try, maybe try to instigate it.
Persuasion check.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
21.
Wow. So, okay. How do you say? How do you try to instigate Philippe with regards to the reason why you need to kill Prat?
I'm asking for about the kind of defensive magic. Like what kind of defensive magic are we talking about?
Here's the
Spells?
thing. Prat is the
That's not.
one responsible for the Bank of Netril. For the Bank of Netril uh, defenses on the vault. If it's out, the defenses will fall. Whatever
And
is
you
on
get
the
the money.
sadly, my dear, as much as it could be easily as that, the Bank of Netril has something to do with this. Sadly, it's not yet the money, but it will get there.
So I'll ask him like,
So you have
like,
to bring Pratt down. Whatever defenses he puts on the Bank of Netril goes down
so
also.
like, can I use that this guy's self to like turn into Rat embargo in right in front of them, and like as if they can see that I'm just using a spell right now and I'm not really that person, or will I be able to use this skill when it comes to taking that guy down?
Um, lo- do you just try it there, then and there?
Yeah.
He does show the image. Looks at you. Change face to to how you saw him on the image. Quite nice, quite nice, quite nice. But tomorrow I will let you see something much greater than that. For now, I know that what I'm asking of you is maybe hard and different from what you may have stand in life. Killing is not something uh, that you may have a stand for, especially if they're just doing their job. But I'm here to offer you a big change in your lives. Yes, yes, money really runs everything. If you're really that good to people, why not? Would you have resort to killing so that you can do greater good? Imagine the money that you will be getting into the cut of this little heist.
Well, I am a liberator. I want to liberate those rich people from their money and maybe liberate their souls from their body.
That's what I'm talking about. So, are you
True.
in? Basically, are you good? But are you in? But no need to answer for now. Tomorrow, we I'm waiting for something that the king will say. And from there, we will proceed if the ones who agreed onto this task will have to kill Prat and Barco. For now, I want to secure several stages of this plan that I'm concocting. Is
Mm.
it okay that I will ask you to steal things from anyone on this place and come back and give those tokens to me tomorrow morning? Nevertheless, if you don't want to, it's fine. So, he gives you a choice. Kung gusto nyo makatulong sa kanya para dun sa plan niya, he wants you guys to steal something from anyone on this town or anyone on this district. Pero kung hindi, okay lang daw.
Why? What are you using it for? The thing that we're gonna steal.
Persuasion check. Depends to how you say it. But yeah, persuasion check. Looks at you.
Mm.
It's gonna be your best disguise. Sabi niya.
Mm. I also have a follow-up question within the heist as a whole. How much cut are we talking about within that small heist of yours you mentioned?
It's gonna be me, my wife, the four of you, and some people who will be working for me, which would have a cut in the dividend. But nevertheless, I would say 8 ways equal,
Mm.
and that's
Okay,
include one of and one of the 8 are you guys.
got it. And what? How many gold was that? 6.74 million, right?
You're talking about 9.8 billion
9.8 billion.
in gold,
Okay.
and that's 700 pieces of that gold coin. You're gonna be filthy
I
rich if ever. So yeah, 9.8. I haven't done the math. Uh, uh, Basta alam ko lang yung conversion.
But yeah, I have no doubt about it, Mr. Philippe, that we are gonna be rich if ever this succeeds. This
Essentially,
heist of
that's
yours
1.2, 1.2
succeeds.
million, 1.2 million for each.
Yeah. Okay then. We'll just work on getting this token of yours, and to whomever is within this district, right? We can steal whatever we want.
Yeah, just a little token handkerchief, a little dagger, possibly a wallet, a coin that they may have possession already for quite a long time. A little token that that would significant. A necklace that they had worn, a ring, an earring, anything, something that's common. Those kind of things. Don't give me a
Okay.
finger of a. Don't give me a ring with a finger, but that would be gross on my table. But yeah, uh, just a little token.
Sure thing. I'll take note of that, sir.
Okay. Um, so far, who had? Okay, so lastly, think about it of what you're gonna plan that you may want to do if you're really into this, and see me in the morning while the king is announcing. Yeah, you can go. Sabi niya. Nevertheless,
Oh,
guys, uh, he goes, passing the four of you, goes to the door and opens up the door for you guys. Who would exit out or who would try to say something or do something while they're there? Mas malapit na ngayon siya sa door. Zeno, you're like really close to the door. So the door has really opened for you.
I, I move to the side and just wait for everybody to go first.
okay then. I'll go first and still look at Mr. Philippe and I just
He,
give him a thumbs up. That's a
he's,
friendly gesture. Yeah.
sabi niya, at least I think I have one already joining me. Uh, he looks at Aki, Jin, and Zeno. How do you guys look like? Again, papatay kayo ah. Papatay kayo, tapos ngayon inutusan niya pa kayong magnakaw ng something.
Not really the first time Aki has done something like this.
Yeah, I
So,
know, but how do you look like right now? Because sabi mo, ba't papatay din? Di ba? Parang ganun. I'm not sure. Ano, kasi kung ako yan, kung character ko yan, siguro ang character ko, depende ano, sa class. Ano ba
he's
to? Parang
probably
blank face ano, blank face really thinking.
he's probably like thinking things through. Kasi sabi sa kanya daw, bawal yung dito, a ring on a finger kasi that
Eh,
would be good. So that's one thing off his list.
Hindi, syempre kumbaga ano ba to? Kung dadali mo kasama yung finger kasama ng ring, nakakadiri
So
naman talaga. Pero
so
kung
that's
ring
one
lang.
thing off his possible attempts. So he's just thinking through
He was just being funny at that
before.
time. I would say that he's just being funny. Uh, Again, any means. But that's the stealing is optional.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
stealing is optional, as he says it explicitly.
You have
Hmm.
no problems how we steal it, right? Anyway, just as long as we acquire it.
Huh? Hmm. So you acquire it. Sabi niya, and do you say it out loud that it's not necessarily like stealing, parang ganun bang ini-imply mo?
Uh,
Okay, it looks at you.
as long as we can procure the item.
Looks, um, a, think like you're the good guy on the group, but I really don't have, I'm really not good in words on trying to put it out, but then still taking from someone. So if it's taking from someone, is it be stealing? Yeah, sure, maybe. But at least you said it differently. You should be my spokesperson from time to time.
Oh, hardly.
I
I do not possess such a skill.
So, yeah. Okay. But at least I think you're gonna make me look good a bit, for my rugged looks, my a little indifferent attire. But yeah, he's just flavoring out words to you. Uh, but at the end, he utters to you, Jin. So have you decided?
Yeah, sure.
So
I mean, I
you're
need to
in.
do this anyway.
You're in.
Plus, you're former adventurer, right? And my benefactor also speaks highly of you.
Ah,
You're sure you can handle yourself?
yeah, I know. I heard that you have some run-in with the Dire Banks and the Bronze Tiger.
You,
I remember beating their asses and conniving with them. But yeah,
well, if you could help me that with that too, then I'm totally in.
I don't think with the money that you will procure, you will need their help. You can possibly change your life already with that. Own a small town, own a small district that you can possibly be the lord of everything that you want. Yeah, or stay humble as you are, sabi niya. Uh, did you give him a yes like when he said that are you in?
Uh,
Okay. So when you said that that part says that's two already. Ikaw looks at you Jaydiel. Have you gone out of the door? Hindi pa.
Yeah, I've already like passed him. I'm the
Past
first
them.
out, but I'm still waiting to.
Waiting for the others.
Yeah, I haven't gone down to the tavern yet.
Ikaw, Zeno, have you gone out of the door already?
If everybody pass me, yes, I'll be out
You
of
go
the
out the
door.
door. Okay. Alright, so if your guys are all out of the door, unless you guys want to drop something off, Philip will just close the door. Uh, anything? Once, twice, thrice. He closes the door. Aki, the bird comes back to you. Seems to be not seeing anything of any any ano, any
Spellcast.
spellcasters or uh, for for the bird seems to mimic some words that if ever there's a spellcaster looks at Jin, looks at Jaydiel, and looks at Zenno, and looks and tuk-tuks on the other side of the door, which is the room of Philip.
I turn him into pwede siyang gawin na like isang ferret sa ano ko. Like,
Hindi. You cannot change his form. If it's a hawk, but it can hawk has its own stat. Iba siya sa owl, iba siya sa parrot. As ano, but okay, as a final form niya nung lumabas siya sa brazier or do sa nung sinaman mo, what stat would it have? Would it have a stat of a parrot? Would it stat a stat of an owl? Stat of a hawk?
um, hmm, a stat of an owl po siguro.
Owl. How does it look like? Does it look like it's an owl, but the colored feathers would be similar to a parrot, or the feathered motif would be like a snow owl or a frost or or again, this is just flavoring on the actual owl.
More of like yung tawag dito, yung mga forest owls na very brownish
Okay, okay, good.
black.
It's a brown little owl. So it's not a hawk, but it's an owl that you actually summon. Sorry? Good.
Yeah.
So that's how you possibly, kasi hawk, iba ang stats niyan sa owl eh.
Oh.
Yeah. You can look up the stats. They have things that the hawk offers that the owls does offer also. And check the difference. But I would say that that's the best of the three owls. Pro owl. If you guys says no, I will not. Yeah, pro duck. Pro goose o kaya But yeah, nevertheless, you guys gone out of the room uh, of Philippe. He asks you to kill and possibly steal for the day. What do you guys plan to do?
What time is it? Like,
I would say that it's like about 30 minutes before lunchtime, before 12.
I'll just like be doing normal stuff. Tas sa gabi ako lalabas to do something.
Doon ka lalabas. Okay. How about
Yeah.
the others?
Uh, our task that he said is we're going to wait for the tawag ito? We're going to wait for the king to make announcements, right?
That would be tomorrow.
For tomorrow, right?
But for now, what he asked of you guys would be like try to get a token from any noble or something uh, that uh, that would possibly help him on the best disguise, quote unquote.
Mhm.
Okay. What time of the day na?
It's around 12, 12 in
Mm,
the 12 tanghaling tapat.
okay. I'll wait until nighttime also.
Nighttime also. How about Jaydiel? Si Jaydiel ba yung, ano, yung magna-nighttime? Na-strike?
Nope.
Si Aki, si Aki. Sorry, medyo
Yeah.
hindi ko ma-distinguish yung boses mo with Jude, but yeah. Okay. But maybe if ano, ayun, medyo nakakikita ko yung ano yung konting difference pero narinig ko yung konting difference pero minsan hindi ko ma-distinguish. Sorry. I'll get used to it. Don't worry. Uh, so yeah, Jadel and Jin, what are your plans?
Well, for me, I'll try to roam around town, see if there's any like gambling places or stalls that I can do trades and stuff. And of course, because I'm not sure if I'm able to like swindle someone or sell me a
Oh.
valuable thing, would it count as stealing? Because do believe it counts as stealing.
Uh, Again, what she asks, and reiterate ni Jin na you don't really need to steal, just procure, kumbaga.
Yeah, secure thing
The thing.
from got it.
Again, a token that possibly that this person has on her person for quite a while, like a handkerchief or something. Yeah, but you're gonna
So
start it out. You're gonna go out of town na.
yeah, I'll walk around already na
Okay,
and see if there's any like noble or a place where nobles
sweet,
normally
sweet. Okay,
do their business.
how about Eugene?
I would wait till nighttime.
Nighttime. Okay,
Mhm.
so everyone else, everyone else like took a back. Well, let's go. Jadel, you're looking for like gambling places, right?
Yep, gambling places or places where nobles around this area normally
Mm,
like hangs around or wastes time.
sweet, sweet, sweet. Uh, and what kind of person are you trying to target pa?
Mhm. Well, I had to like choose the most and not really the richest, but he should be obviously wealthy and like I'll say just fat, wealthy, and boorish,
Mhm.
like over or arrogant.
Gusto mo yung ano yung matabang gastador
Is it
parang
for
ganon.
yung mga gano'n, yung sa mga kapag nanonood tayo ng mga anime, yung parang generic
Parang
na rich guy doesn't care
kingpin,
about money. Yeah.
type of individual, parang ganon ba?
Well, not really kingpin since they might be a dangerous bunch of thieves, but for like the generic ignorant rich kid or spoiled kid.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay,
but
okay.
not yeah.
Okay. 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 Wandering over town. There's not much of you didn't see any of those kind of establishment in Rhyme Lake. You ask some people on where are like the gambling den, and some of some of the people ask you to go to Oris School and proceed to a sort of a small gambling area known as the Glorious Crunch. Um, there you see several people that you think could be your target, exchanging for chips and money. So, what do you plan to do?
Okay, well, I would pick the most yung pinakagastador dun sa nagsusugal, and then I will sit with his around his table.
Hmm.
I will play with him for a couple of rounds and then try to make friends with him.
Okay.
And so all in all, just in summary, there I'll just play around with him, lower their guard, try to be friends with him, and I will just try to persuade him into giving me, or like trying to exchanging something, because I'm not really, or JDL is not really good at stealing stuff or nicking something off their pocket. We need to have a trade, but I'm always going to be like trading a worthless thing into one of his valuable like pendants or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
You you see this little bulging individual. Think of it like Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Like Danny DeVito looks at you, and you try to bring in your charm. I would need you to roll a persuasion check to
Hmm.
like be in the good company, in his good company.
Sure.
Looks at you, parang ang saya-saya ng ng saya-saya niya.
Yeah, and I'll like incur him. Oh, yeah,
All right,
17.
17. All right. Are you gambling at the same time?
Yeah, I'm also gambling that
Okay.
we
How
have like
much?
something in common.
Okay. How much is your parang ceiling bet towards this experience or this time?
And yeah, 20 gold pieces to
20 k
show
20 gold pieces.
Hercule that yeah, where we should be.
We should be good. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any trick that you're trying to employ onto this gambling also?
Mhm. Well, since this is an establishment, I'm not going to risk it.
Okay. Okay. I need you to just roll a 1d20 for me. After that, another 1d20 after.
And then another one.
11. That's a minus 2 again. Just roll.
Oh,
And it's a 1.
I lost all my money.
Yeah, you lost all of your money. All the 20 gold are now down into the drain. See, you're losing,
There
but
you go.
the conversation where you're losing with Hercule uh, seems to be favoring you. Sabi niya, parang pinagpapawisan ka bata.
Yeah,
Kanina ka
yeah.
pa talo ng talo. Nasisimot ka na, Brad. ginagano ka. Ginagano ka niya.
Well,
Pinunasan niya pa ng ng panyo yung yung mukha mo. Tapos
wow.
naku, madumay na yan. Sa'yo na yan, sir.
Thank you, thank you. I'll keep the handkerchief. And thanks.
Nasa na to sa... Tako, sabi, ganyan, hindi ka niyan dapat maglaro. You did win some hand. You gain,
Mm-hmm.
but you are not able to stop until you lose, you lose, you lose.
Lose everything.
And you're down to your last 2 coin. You bet it. Being proud. Tapos minamaka pa ni Hercule over the time. And says... And that when the card flops out, you just took a shot.
Okay. So yeah, I can like segue that in. I'm going to like tell a story to Hercule that I have been on a losing streak lately. Is there any tips or charms that you can like tell me about? Because I do think that you are winning your hands.
Uh,
I'm very lucky today.
let's see how Hercule was.
Okay.
This was one of his luckiest days. Sabi niya, ano ba to? Ay, ano ba to? Medyo malakas talaga tayo maglaro. Tsaka medyo, pero, hindi naman, hindi ko masabing sarili ko na Nobel. Wala ako sa mga guild. Pero, So, swerte lang siguro. It's just been the day. It's been a few weeks like this. Several adventurers are coming in with money and medyo hindi yata mas marunong silang pumatay ng mga halimaw kaysa magsugal. So, medyo nasusuba ako sila. So, pasensya ka na.
Well, yeah, this is a really unlucky day for me. But like I mentioned, do you have like something that you can like
He already gave you his handkerchief nung nakita ka niyang pinagpupunasang I'm not really into any trade right now. I'm feeling my luck streak. Baka mamaya ma-jinx mo ko eh.
oh yeah, well, I don't want that, but I'm going to still watch you from the side, okay? Just to get some tips on how to gamble like you are, win
Okay.
this much. Okay,
Okay,
Hercules, that fine?
yeah, give me an insight check on how he's doing it.
Okay. Well, it's oh,
You would know that he's just an above average gambler. He's not like he would
mm,
compare to a rogue with regards to but he's not adventure, but he has been maybe he's been gambling for quite some years already, but not
mhm.
a pro.
Okay, okay. Trying to yeah. Ayoko i-risk yung pickpocket for now eh. But yeah. For now, since I've somewhat achieved my goal, task failed successfully. I have something from him, the item, the handkerchief. I'll keep that, and I'll bid him goodbye, and I'll just remember his name.
Okay.
He might come in handy later. But yeah, for
You
now I'll go back.
you took about 2 hours, Lasanas, and yeah, for a handkerchief na gamit na at soaked, you lose 20 gold.
Yes,
Good
great
trade.
trade,
Good trade.
great stonks.
Good trade. You come back to the tavern, nakita ka nila. Does it show into your face that you lose?
Well, I will it. No, I would really like hide it and have a like composure that I've already done my task in the way I wanted to. Like,
Guys, if you're eyeing on Jaydiel on what happened to him, I need Jaydiel to roll a deception check. If you're eyeing on him, I would ask you guys to do an investigation check or a insight check. Insight check against him.
Check.
If you want to do that.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah, it did it.
Okay, Jadel, I need you to make a deception check.
nice job.
Trying to convince them that you didn't lose for the day. Or at least hide the fact that you did. For you, deception check. Yan. Wow. Wow, okay. Uh,
Di ako napahinga. Okay lang.
Zenno, ano ba to? You feel that that parang okay, something is off with this guy pero panalo ba to? Parang ganun
Yeah, I
Uh,
put my thumbs up to those who were looking at me. I did the thumbs up and made a big smile. Hide the pain.
okay. The other three, uh, I would say that it struck midnight unless you guys want to do something around 2 o'clock to 4. And while the other three are on the tavern, anything that you want to do along that time.
Hmm. So, around what time? 2 to
Around
4?
the time that you yeah, and then no, I would say that this would be around the time after you left the room of Philippe, then
Mm.
until the time that you're going out.
Okay. Uh,
May, like, may quarters ba kami ng sarili or
Yeah. Okay. This was explained to you by Talisha as you go, and sabi niya, okay, if you're gonna be staying here, there are rooms in the that there are rooms that are set for the people who would possibly be involved into this job. Sabi ni Talisha. So for some reason, Talisha knows that there's something up and says, You guys have you can procure your room. It's just a 7 feet by 5 feet na room. There's a bunk bed. There's a drawers for your stuff, so you don't have to be carrying all your items with you. And meals are being provided on a breakfast, lunch, and dinner basis. But again, those are the ones who's also part of the feeding.
Hmm, pasok ako dun sa kwarto.
Okay.
Tapos, isa-send out ko yung familiar ko to, ano, to like, scout yung, tawag dito, parang plan ng city. Like, to see kung saan yung mga sikot-sikot. Like,
Okay. Hindi ka
ano,
makakapag site of yung ita-transfer mo yung site if it goes 100 feet. And I
yes,
would say that that if you're citing just the vicinity,
yes po.
uh you can do that, and that's like around four houses away from the Basil and Peel. Uh that won't give you much of information on rather than what's around the Basil and Peel. Um, and if you want him to go far from that, then you cannot connect. Madi-disconnect ka. Nevertheless, you can command him like, sadly, he cannot be specific on relaying this information. No bird can do that like, okay,
Mm.
etong daanan na to, maraming hulda, pero parang gano'n. Walang gano'n. Hindi magagawa ng isang owl yun.
So, within 100 feet lang yung kaya kong
Yeah. And
like,
if you do that, this there are several establishment. There is right beside the Basil and Peel is the ano ba to? Uh, lang, anong tawag doon? Is the Veros Basils, which is a botanical shop. See plants inside. Seems to be like a little, but it's like two houses towards the south of the Basil and Peel. But
mm,
it was Veros Basil, and you realize that the street is along Basil Street. The establishment are along Basil Street.
so, a botanical,
Yeah, a botanical shop.
a botanist thing. Tapos, papabalikin ko na yung familiar and I'll wait for like around 8
Eight.
p.m.
Eight, okay.
that time.
How about the others? How about Jin and Seno? How about you guys?
For now, wala muna.
Wala. Zeno.
Uh, I'm not gonna do anything major. I'll just walk around towards the place sa tingin ko mag-a-announce yung king. And I'll just like cage the place. Then I just walk back.
Uh, sorry, medyo na ano yung i-cage mo na place?
Na kung saan magsasalita yung king basically.
Oh.
Titignan ko lang yung place na like
Okay.
gaano kalaki siya. Is it like a populated area?
Okay. You don't see
That
that
thing.
there are that are like stages or uh parang stage that are being put up in the vicinity of Oriscol. I would say that you will also go by Demasterion and Rimelade. You don't see like any stage that are being put up. Uh, you know that workers are going into the bastion of the kings. But seems that you cannot peer into the walls. But you also notice that there are posts, mga poste na tinatayo, and it's like hindi siya basta-basta mga pose. It like seems to be magical and technological at the same time. Uh, there's nothing like that in Xenos. In Constance. But
Okay.
you see the name on the on the post. There is the worker seems to sport a attire working for a group or a company named Nexcom.
Next one.
That's the company that seems to know. Don't worry, guys. I'm dropping the words here, but those information, how you have perceived it, will be put to the notes, naman. So don't worry. So yeah, you see those guys putting up some post.
Okay. Do I know kung ano yung Nescom?
I would say that it's a very hard call for you coming in from your origin, but yeah,
Oh,
sure. Give me a history check.
you want it to be in disadvantage.
Nah, I'm just gonna give it a sort of a high DC. Nah, nope.
Okay.
Baka
Coming,
naman may pinahiram si Newman sa akin.
ha? Wala. Wala
Wala.
pinahiram. Wala
Sige.
pinahiram sa'yo, no? Si Newman sa'yo. But yeah. So yeah, may signal ang Nextcom dito. Nevertheless. Okay, yeah. You just found out those things. You come back to the tavern. I would say that you come back around 5 p.m. seeing these things that are being put up to several key corners of the city.
Okay.
And that's it. That's very much the things that you see walking around. There's no stage that is being put up. You would travel a bit farther, but that would really, I would say, that would exhaust you, and possibly kung makabalik ka man sa gabi na. Unless you want to pursue that part and just go from there, I will allow you to go for maybe Antalave and Bariscane if you wanted to.
No, I'll just walk back.
You want to walk back. All right.
Hmm.
Preparing for the night. You guys, the three of you, step out. I'm not sure if you guys step out on the same time, sure. But if someone goes first or carry lang. Let me know who steps out at what time. Well, Jaydiel is sleeping already. Yeah. Let's see. I'll roll a D100. He doesn't snore. Sino katabi na room niya? Um, Jaydiel's room is next to Zenno. You came, you're preparing the room on the other side, which is that Jaydiel's room. Yon. Tahimik na tahimik.
Okay.
But yeah, the three of you, how do you try to proceed with procuring items from who goes out first?
Oh, go.
I would suggest that we move like
Together.
together.
Okay. So yeah, you wait. I guess if you would come out waiting for them kung lalabas sila. Aki, Zeno, who would come out of the rooms and
I'll sneak out.
sneak
I'll
out.
put my hood. I'll put my hood up
Okay. It's a
and try
room.
to sneak out.
Okay. Let's see if you're go ahead and do a stealth check. And Jin, I need you to make a perception check. Kasi
Since
binabantayan mo kung sino yung dumarating. Yeah, but yeah, you have the cloak of
ah
advantage.
flat roll kasi I have disadvantage due to my armor.
Oh, okay, dun mo Okay, carry
Pero
lang.
yung pero yung magpa-perceive sa akin have disadvantage because of the cloak.
It only works one way. It either siya magdi-disadvantage or you have
Ah,
advantage.
oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna work only one way. You don't stack disadvantage and advantage at the same time. Carry
So,
lang. That's a
okay.
9. Perception. He see you creeping out. The clanking metal boat seems to stoop to several planks, and it's you know. Nevertheless, Jin, if you call her out, sure, you can call her out if you wanted to. But if you want to, uh, you see him, you see her, attempting to sneak out of you. Do you let her?
I'll call out to her and say, "You're kind of, hmm, how do I say it?
Not doing a good job sneaking.
Exactly, exactly. Would you mind waiting for the other one? I could possibly try to help you with your attempts on sneaking. If you could just wait."
And Aki, how are you trying to go about this?
May bintana po ba yung kwarto?
I would say yes.
Puwede ko po bang like tawagin yung
Okay.
puwede ko po bang
The
tawagin yung broom of flying ko dun sa window ta's
the broom flying was
mag-sneak
with
ako
you.
that way.
You know. Sure. Sure.
So I can just fly out the window.
So yeah. Uh, you guys are waiting. Let's see. Add si Jane Zenno would be even. Uh, and I would say that favored for Jin kasi siya nagkaantay. Jin, you open the door of you knock onto the door of Aki. Walang sumasagot. And try to peer in. Parang wala nang tao sa loob.
Waiting outside kung good.
Yeah. Ano
Umalis
ba?
na ba siya?
Umalis na siya. He used the windows. You fly. So yeah, Aki. What kind of person are you targeting?
A guy who looks rich. Yan yung target ko.
Nobleman. Okay. I would say that there are peoples on that like that in Oriscole, especially nearing the bastion. There's also like people like that in Demasterion. Although not much of them are outside at this time. It's the middle of the night. Um, Give me a perception check.
Perception.
As far as you can say that you only see people who are like commoners. There's no noble that you see outside. What do you do? You've been
Um,
scouting for about 1 hour. Damn. Talagang. I'm not seeing anyone though. You've been flying around. How high is you? How high are you flying with the broom right now?
tawag dito, like from house, like I'll fly from one house, get down, look around, thus I'll fly from another house, get down, then I look around, like constantly.
Constantly. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you keep doing that, and people seems to be seeing that there's someone flying and doing that. They alerted the guards of the city for it. You have the guards already scrambling. Nasaan ka ba ngayon? Nasa Oriscol or nasa Demasterion?
Forest school.
Okay. You're going, you see the guards scrambling on top, and I need you to make a stealth check.
Sure.
Unless you're not hiding, and you will reveal yourself after you see that there's a little commotion.
I mm, this guy's self can only work sa mga taon nakita ko na or
Yeah, if you would, if you would disguise yourself, ano,
it to be some other
yeah,
person.
if you really have been seeing someone, then yeah, easily you can disguise yourself like that guy. But if it's like the first time or just one time that you saw it, I would say that there's like a little challenge. Who do you plan to look like to?
Um, hmm, I wanna look like dito. I wanna look like the ferret.
Huh?
I wanna look like the weasel. Yung ano, hook kanina.
Although small creature siya. You can look like him pero
Oh,
magiging large creature ka. Medyo medium creature siya. Mas malaking weasel. It's gonna be looking odd and I would say that you would stand out. But I
okay.
didn't say that you can do it.
I'll try to stealth.
Style. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Alright, sure. The guard, you see the guards looking at, sabi mo, may pupunta-punta sa bubong. Tapos sumisigaw sila. Yung lumilipad dyan, please, bawal po tayong sa mga bubong. Hindi po magandang tignan kung wala ka pong masamang gagawin. Pwede ka naman maglakad. Xenus is a free town. Tapos yun. Nag-announce na lang sila. Hindi ka nila makita eh.
As, I'll try to look kung wala talagang like royal na makikita. I'll look around for um one person na ano like is not within the crowd or like going through a specific alley.
I would say that you would see that. Someone, let's see, demographics. Alright. You see some sort of a worker, pero hindi naman siya yung worker na pahinante or something. It's not hardened, pero it seems like seems to be working for some like firm or for some and he he sports a folder with him. You see that he's still on a working and you seeing that he's gonna be turning into a street wherein the next few turns medyo madilim yung dadaanan niya. What do you plan to do?
So I'll follow him around
Okay?
until yung like yung nandun na siya sa may
Ideal
corner.
spot. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And what do you
Tap.
plan to do with him?
First I'll cast my mage hand.
Okay. It's invisible.
Yeah. Tapos I will like use my familiar para ano like longgaban siya. Like just
Okay, okay.
tapos I'll use the mage hand to like take the folder na inaano niya while he's distracted, scared shit of an owl.
Sweet.
So yun yung idea ko.
Okay. Yeah. You drag the folder out of him. He was startled. He was scared. I'm not gonna ask you for a check because that's quite very effective. Invisible ang ledger main hand. Tapos you have something like that. Sure, no issue. The guy is really startled on what's happening. Tapos then in there he drops the folder. Papers come out a bit, but as soon as your mage hand touch it, everything that thing even disappear. As the owl seems to be like festering on him, he goes to a little establishment just to escape the owl, and your owl backs off after. But
And
while that is happening, closing to you would be your mage hand along with this folder. What do you plan to do?
scare him some more. I'll cast Thaumaturgy and like laugh in like a godlike voice para maramdaman niya na pinagtitripan lang siya ng Diyos.
Okay, deception check.
Deception check.
Hmm.
Yeah. For
All right. Um, I just see, ano ba to? You do that. Lord Dalton Gold, wag po. Wala naman akong kasalanan na. Maayos naman ang pagkatrabaho ko. I don't think na may mga pini-squandal ako. Wag naman. You
after
hear.
na, like, fly away.
Okay. Okay. You see him that he works for the Registria. Uh, by the port side. And the papers that he has seems to be like empty forms uh, for people who would possibly come into into Xenos.
So, immigrant holders.
Not really, like someone who takes the record.
Ah, okay.
But the folder seems to be named. The name on the folder is wait lang, what's song? The name on the folder is Bleeker Denson. Uh, and ano ba to? He works for the Registria.
Registry. Then I just go back to the room, like fly back into the window.
Okay. You took some time. At the same time, Jane and Zenno, you're together. Zenno, you try to avoid Jean, but he catches you. You guys step out of the tavern. What do you guys plan to do?
Let's go. Let's go find things that we need to find. Let's not.
Yeah, I think the other guy already left. Well, anyway, do you want to split? Split. You have 1 hour. I'll try to cast a spell to aid you in your search.
So yeah, you offer
Yeah,
your aid of a spell. Uh, what?
casting. You have 1 hour till this thing runs out. Pass without trace.
All right,
Sa akin pati sa akin.
sweet. So you, ano ba to? It seems to be like super na-empower palalo yung ano mo, yung cloak. What do you guys plan to do? What are the type of people that you're trying to target?
I'm looking for a mansion.
Mansion. Okay. Uh, for the mansion, I would say that uh, this would be mostly on Gibraltar. Let me just get some of the names. Okay. The first mansion that you see is the mansion of the Tabbets. Uh, it says Tabbets Estate. What do you plan to do?
Okay.
Alam, ikaw mauna.
Sige.
Sige, sige. Uh, okay, mabilis lang naman, te. I'm gonna wild shape into a tiny spider. Search the entire mansion. Revert back this wild shape ulit after I get what I need.
Okay. It's easily an espionage, you know. You feel that the Tabbets, since they're like on the corners of Gibraltar, not much of a defensive ano sila of the estate. You do see some arcane locks, but you try to avoid them as a spider. I would say that, let's see. Roll me a 1d8, please. Two. You landed yourself onto a room full of wine in the mansion. There are cups, there are wine bottles, there are barrels. What do you plan to do? Unless you want to go out of a different room, I will ask you to roll a 1d8 again.
Sige, sige. So, hindi pa ako nagre-revert, no? Spider
Hindi
pen
pa,
tayo.
spider pa rin. Tapos ano, your eyes widen as you see the aging wines in the area.
Okay, there's nothing really... Wala naman dito pwedeng makuha. So,
May
other
mga
room.
spoons on one leg on one leg parang nakalagay sa ano, tapos may mga glasses, ah
May goblet.
may mga goblets, yeah.
Yeah, yun na lang. The fanciest one.
The fanciest one. Okay. Are you eyeing like the fancy one that is like has female that has like female-ish accent na maraming swirls, or are you looking at the ones that like have like gems on it, uh
Yung may
or
mga gems.
you may mga gems? Okay,
Ah,
could you roll me a 2d4 please?
2d4.
This, you see the most valuable one seems to be that goblet instead would be like a little bit pricey. But you do see that if someone is using it, someone who's really sort of a dignitary on the area, do you grab it?
Yes. Put it inside my bag.
You look onto the value. The gems are freaking real. You sum up the gems plus how it was made on coated in gold. So, parang mga 6 gold pieces din to ah. Di ka ba nanghihinayan tapos ibibigay mo kay ano? Tapos parang ibibigay mo kay Philip.
Na mas
Okay.
malaki yung reward.
Okay, sige. Yeah. You see that there's quite a value on the goblet that you're having right now. And you go ahead and you go ahead and escape
Yes.
like a little spider going and mimbling towards the gates outside of the Tabitha's estate. You revert. You try to look for the quick corner, spindling your webs towards towards a dark corner, and at last, Jin comes out with a much heavier pocket.
Is there anyone passing by
Huh?
when, di ba nasa labas ako while,
Um,
while he was
oh,
inside?
I'm not sure kung nag-follow ka sa kanya, but are you following him also on the tablets
On the area.
of the
Just,
area?
kumbaga, around there, but not
It's in the
following him
it's in
inside.
the middle of the night. Na-late pa kayo dahil akala nyo si Aki nandun pa sa loob. So I would say this is around 8:30, 9ish in the evening. So there's not much people outside except for the guards. When you're going out, the guards are greeting you naman. As long as you're not hurting people, they warn you na wala dapat kayong saktan. Unless you are really avoided them. If you want to avoid them, sure, you have passed with that race. You can do that.
But
But
I will try to avoid them.
avoid. Okay, sure. No guards will be able to see you with what you have right now.
I'm just gonna look for someone na yung mukhang, alam mo yung lasing na pauwi na medyo mayaman.
Lasing na ba? Okay, let's see. Um, you didn't see that, but there is a casino that is again within the Oriscol area, and that's the Glorious Crunch. Um, you 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 see the possible prospect there.
Okay.
Are you targeting a male or a female?
I'll target a male.
A male individual. All right. You go towards the male guy. How are you planning to Again, didikit ka sa kanya, lasing siya.
Oh,
Um,
I'm gonna do this, like, alam mo yung maglalakad ka, tapos bubunggoy mo, then I'll just pickpocket.
Okay. Oh, okay, I want you to roll a D100. That will be the gauge of how intoxicated it is. But you know that on sight, he's intoxicated. That basically sets the DC. Then after that, since you know that you're intoxicated, that guy is okay, I would like you to roll a sleight of hand check at advantage. But the D100 first, the higher the better sana. Sasabihin ko pero yeah. Okay. Yeah, roll your sleight of hand at advantage. You know that this guy is intoxicated.
Oh, advantage. Bakit?
Well, okay, 19.
19.
Let's see. He is really intoxicated. In fact, hindi bunggo na gawa mo sa kanya, nakapkapan mo talaga siya. Wala ka nakuhang panyo for some reason, baka natapon or something. Wala ka rin nakuhang may wallet, but medyo ka. But you see the little bracelet that he has.
Oh no.
The bracelet doesn't have a hook, but it can be snapped out.
Okay.
You have the strength to do it.
Okay.
You use the bump to really snap it out. As you bump yung tug, you can hear the audible and you pocketed the bracelet. The guy looks at you, says, tapos na ako mag-happy-happy, wala na akong pera. Hindi kita malilibre.
Aside from the bracelet, is there anything else that I can...
The wallet, I would say. But I would say that I will ask you for another sleight of hand check on that.
Can I do it this way? I will do sleight of hand, but can I guide him towards like a safe place? Halika, ibabalik kita sa bahay niyo.
Okay, persuade him first.
Okay.
Okay, carry lang yan. Sige. Okay, you're not really good at talking to drunk people. I would need you to roll that sleight of hand check. I would say that this would be a flat roll.
11.
Okay. You're taking that. Akala ko pwede naman. But yeah, you rolled, you try to yeah. Pareho tayo ng wallet. Parang akin yan. Kasi, nahulog ko. Wala kasi nasabi.
May laman ba yung wallet?
You wasn't able to check though. Nahulog ko daw. Balik ko na. Si Jesus, ang bait doon, binalik yung wallet ko. He doesn't know that you will try to pickpocket him, but medyo he got quite aware that you try to steal his wallet. Nevertheless, he doesn't see it as stealing, as he's freaking intoxicated. But you got his bracelet. Unless you want to do another attempt, I'll possibly allow you. But what do you plan to do?
No, I'll just guide him to a safe place and just put him down.
He's walking towards somewhere else, but he goes on. Kasama may magwardiya na, Gwadya, may mabait na babae doon. Ganon. Mabait. Nahulog yung wallet ko, binalik. Ganun siya. Ganun siya. Tapos you hear that as you're trying to walk away. Tapos the guard, parang wala naman tao, baka nakita ng multo to. Sir, uwi na kayo.
Okay.
You hear that towards but you're really unseen as it seems that your cloak and the spell effect is not leaving you visual to the eyes, even to those who are watching at night.
Okay. I walk back.
Walk back. Each and every one of you has a token of other people. Uh, the day passes eventually, unless you guys want to do something. And by the morning, around 7, as soon as the breakfast is being served to to your group, sabi ni Talisha, after mong kumain, punta na kayo kay Philip. Who eats where? And if you're gonna do a casual conversation about what you did, let me know.
I'll use my rations.
Um, at this point, sabi niya, uh, where do you eat it?
Parang ano,
Sa kwarto or
like,
dun sa ano?
sa kwarto na.
Sa
Para,
kwarto. Okay. Good. The food, um, again, kumatok si Talisha sa kwarto mo, sabi niya. Yeah, boba na kayo, kumain na kayo, tapos kakausapin kayo ni ano ni ni Philip na maya. Anyone else doing something different apart from not eating the food of that's being served within the Basil and Peels?
baguhin ko yung prep spells ko.
Okay, carry lang. I would allow it.
New day.
How about the others?
I'm eating the food and I'm also like shouting to or telling what was his name again?
Talisha or ano?
Beredich,
Okay.
the cook, that the food tastes good. I'll just give them a thumbs up again, and I'll throw in 3 gold pieces to Beredich, and then just thumbs up.
As soon
Thanks
as
for
you
the
do
food
that,
again.
sabi niya, hindi dito may nagbabayad na niyan. Kung gusto mo ano, dun, bigyan mo doon sa mga ano, tapos tinuro niya yung medyo kung saan may mga mahihirap. Ganun.
Mm.
Sabi
You
niya,
are like
ano ba to, parang may nagbabayad talaga sa kanila. Kanya, yeah, may
mm,
mga nobles na sumusuporta rin dito sa ating sa ginagawa namin na to.
okay. Well, I will tell Beredich that he's a good man, and I'll look around the people within the tavern. I examine the kids, which ones are the skinniest, and
Mm-hmm. The gold
I'll
piece.
give them, yeah, gold piece 3. I'll choose 3.
Okay.
I'll give them
There
one piece.
indeed the candidates for those. You prioritize the children. The children looks at you. Sabi niya, salamat sir. Salamat.
Okay,
Ah,
and can I?
ang babait talaga ng mga tao dito, no? Buti may pagkain pa, minsan may namimigay pa. Gaganon sila.
Well, yeah, and I tell them that you should bring, or you should do your best to survive, and if ever you are successful, you you give back to the people around you, okay? And then I'll shoo them away.
Ano ba to? Imparting the values to those kids.
Yeah.
They see that that uh, it's it's not about um, they are poor, but you try to give them a little hope that they should not be poor for the rest of their lives. Try to
Yes.
change it. But yeah, that is good. Uh, and anyone else who's doing something. If not, finish up your meal and go straight to Philippe's room.
May na-mention ba, ano, like, the other day si Philip kung anong gagawin namin for the day? Or wala?
Uh, Wait muna, and today would be the strike on Pratt, if ever.
Sige.
yung kings, yung sasabihin ng hari,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. Okay.
Just checking it.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. So everyone is on the room na ba? Or uh, do you guys have any reservations?
Okay.
I'm
Who would have entered first in the morning?
Um, me,
Sino yan? Si Aki?
si Aki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that, you see Philip there fixing himself. Medyo bagong ahit siya. At tapos uh, there are uh, four things that are laid out on the table kagad. There are four necklaces which has sort of a insignia of an eye. There are four necklaces with insignia of an eye. A monocle. I'm not sure if you are aware of it, but it's a one-piece eyeglass. One eyeglass. How do you say a monocle? Basically, just look it up in Google. So a monocle, a a little pebble, and a a a animal figurine of a bird with 4 feet and a wing. It's laid out on the table. Tapos, Philip says, okay, pakilagay naman right after the figurine of the animal, pakilagay naman, kung sabi niya, may nakuha ka bang, may nakuha ka kahapon? Kung meron,
Yeah.
pakilagay naman sa dito, doon sa tabi nung parang figurine,
I give him the folder.
the folder.
Yeah. I'm gonna say na one person sleep well for about 1 week. Tapos ibibigay ko sa kanya yung folder. Ilalapag ko yung folder sa tabi ng figure.
Yeah. Okay to. Pero masyadong malaki galing who enters after? Aki.
I can.
Okay, Jaydiel comes in afterwards.
Mhm.
Kaya, kamusta?
It's all good. I've actually gotten a valuable item from yesterday.
Oh, nice. Nakita mo yung setup nung lugar. Tapos nun, pakilagay na lang yung gamit dyan.
Okay.
Do you put up the handkerchief of Hercule?
Yep. I'll just put the handkerchief to whoever on the table,
Okay.
and I'm really not gonna have to. I'm not going to say anything on how I got this. I just give him a smile and then a thumbs up and says it might be really valuable.
Oh.
So if we can keep that, or if you'd like to keep it,
Yeah.
okay.
Looks at it. It will be valuable once
Yes.
you know how it will be used. Tapos, who comes in after Jaydiel? Okay, Zenno comes in to the room. Looks at you. Pakilagay na lang dyan yung kung ano. May nakuha ka ba? Pakilagay na lang dito.
I show the bracelet and just put there.
Alright. Okay. Panlalaki to Okay lang, siguro. Carry lang siguro. Baka pwede naman siguro. Looks at you. Keeps looking at you. Tapos yung bracelet na panlalaki. Medyo may nakakakita ka na medyo skeptical na face na mukha sa kanya. Pero medyo may konting iling siya about things. But yeah. Next is Jin. You come in. Unless you don't.
I'm gonna come in.
Yeah. Okay, kompleto kayo. So, I mean, I guess, tutuloy na natin talaga to. Pakilagay na lang yung gano.
Just take it out of my bag and then just place it.
Okay. Uy, mamahalin to ah. Saan na tas, okay ah. Saan mo kinuha to? Saan nobleman na house na to?
Uh, that mansion just right around the corner.
Okay. Maraming nobleman, pero baka kilala ko.
Eh,
Okay. Alright. Looks at you guys. Says, pag gagawin natin to, pag sinimulan ko na to, wala nang magiging atrasan. Your lives will change drastically.
Hopefully for the better.
Sabi niya, sure, if we get the money afterwards. Pero tingin ko kaya natin. Kaya natin to. Sabi niya, handa na ba kayo?
Ready.
Sure.
Sure.
Yep.
He goes into the he waves his hand. Runes light up in the four corners of the floor. You realize that medyo inurong niya yung mga appliances to the side. Yung mga upuan, talaga dinikit niya sa sa wall. Tapos you see that there are four runes. Okay. Onto the floor. Please stand on each. Tapos on the table, naglabas ng similar four runes on a miniature scale. Each one of you guys stand on top of the runes. Northwest most rune, sino nakatayo?
Northwest?
Yeah. So imagine a square. So upper west, upper left. Upper right. Upper right. Who's on This one is nakaharap sa harap ng table ni Philip. Sino nakatayo?
I can do it.
Okay, Jaydiel. Upper left.
Ako siguro.
Okay, Aki. Lower right sa likod ni Jaydiel.
Si Zenno.
Si Zenno. And Jin, lower left sa likod ni Aki.
sige.
Okay. He positions the tokens according to who's dun sa kanyang miniature version ng runes na ninagay niya. The folder is on the upper on the same position as Aki's. Jaydiel would be the handkerchief. Zenno would be the bracelet, and Jin would be the goblet. He casts a spell. For spells casters like Jaydiel and Jin, you haven't seen this spell at all. This is not a spell that seems to be in the books that you may have studied. Eldritch magic comes out from his hand. And once he taps, about a minute of ritual, he taps and have the wave of magic from the tokens that you got. He pours it over to you guys.
I'm going to become Danny DeVito.
Indeed. Jaydiel as ano, okay, as Jaydiel looks to the side where Aki should be, he sees a uh, he sees a skinny man na parang ano, parang hindi niya na nakikita si Aki na ano na mukhang malinis naman, problema payatot. So, nawala, nag-iba yung itsura. The flamboyant tiefling is gone. What you see is a skinny individual. Aki, you look at the side, you see where Jaydiel should be. You see a fat, bulging guy. Jin, Zenno, you look at Jin, and you see that you see Jin, his face change into an old man. Tapos sabi niya, sabi ni Philip, Frederick Tabet. As he sees Jin, goes to like a postured, like a George Clooney guy.
Seems that you really know this guy.
Tapos, Zenno, uh, Jaydiel looks back at you. You
Do you
see a woman, pero he's resemblant, to yung isa sa mga kalaro ni Hercule.
Oh.
Na drunk na. Kulot-kulot yung buhok, medyo I would say that this would be a female version of someone like let's see, Michael B. Jordan. Something like that.
nice.
But a female one. You can see the contour of the body. Your gears is as such, but your face look as it seems to drain so much from Philippe. And as he finished the chant, face swap complete.
Face off.
Wait, what?
Face swap talaga.
Face swap complete.
Is
And
that what you're really going to name your spell? Face swap?
he
Right.
smiles. Yeah. It will have the same effect. All right.
True.
Tapos you guys, after the magic, so, hopefully it doesn't ripple that much. As nakatingin siya sa labas, kasi as you guys are doing it, there are essence that are like throwing outside. Pero you notice that the windows, the doors, has like secondary barding.
Mm. Is it like residue of magic dust? Something like that?
Sabi niya, this is a very new spell outside of the confines of who learns the arcane. I may have perfectly done it this time. Contain it.
Okay, well, I'm looking at my body and it does look like perfect. Would you mind teaching me this one if you have the time or
Sabi niya, you didn't know how I got where I went to get this. But sure, maybe soon. Maybe in the future.
okay, thumbs up.
Looks at you that very different.
Yeah.
I
I'll
like
still
the
put my
look
thumbs
of
up.
this new group. Tapos sabi niya, wear this. He hands out the necklaces to you guys. Wear this. Who wears the necklace outright upon giving out the upon he gives the necklace? Okay.
Me.
Okay. As soon as you wear the necklace, those who are perceiving or nakatingin sa inyo, you revert back
Oh.
to the individual that who you are. You are being seen as that individual that uh, ano, to your eyes, Jaydiel is Jaydiel. To your eyes, Aki is Aki. Jin is Jin. Zenno is Zenno.
Okay.
But, sabi niya, for those who doesn't know you, tapos he lets you see a mirror, and on the mirror, si Aki si Danny DeVito, si Jaydiel si Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I am actually
pero
if
pag
I'm gonna do
pero
it.
pag tinitingnan niyo si Jaydiel on where he stands, it's Jaydiel. So is everyone else.
Okay, okay.
So sabi niya, these are Aspial charms. It's a direct counter to this kind of spell. Although, it has one caveat. People who doesn't see you will perceive you as the first time they saw you. So, if
Oh,
ever, guys, that an individual who has already seen you, like your former friends, if you're wearing the Aspiral charm, even with the effect of the spell, you will be seen as yourself. But for those who will see you for the first time, the first time that they will see you would be the altar form.
yung pag suot mo yung necklace
Yeah,
and then may nakita sa'yo, nakakilala mo dati,
he will
they will
see
see
you
you,
as you before.
you before. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Does this mean na human ako right now?
Yes, but mechanically, you're a tiefling.
Right, yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to wear my necklace yet.
Okay, you look like Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look like Danny DeVito for the whole thing.
All right, so yeah, he wears it. So guys, it's everyone else who's their looks and Danny DeVito. Nevertheless, it's 6 o'clock already. Let's take a break, and we'll resume by around past 6:30, 6:35. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll stop the stream in a bit now, and let's resume by 6:35. Thank you.
Sige,
See
sige.
you.
Sige.